the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason. This is the reasoning. Come have a reason. This is the reasoning. Let's have a reason.
Greetings, people. Then right now, you're locked into the Reasoning Podcast. I am your host, Rasnado. Yes, people, then man, we're back, man. We're back like we never left. But you see, this time, I've got two special guests with me. We're back with co-hosts this time. Yeah. So, without further ado, to the right of me, I have
Jasmina from The Jasmine Show. Hello, everybody.
And to the left of me,
Ace one in the building, man of sense, have to be on the reasoning.
all right, then, people, then. So we're back in full effect. And we're just going to get straight into it, basically. So today's topic is the algorithm.
It's messy.
When I say the algorithm, I mean, as in, do you understand the algorithm? Do you understand what's going on in the algorithm? Do you agree with certain things that are going on in the algorithm? And how do you think it is acceptable to move in the algorithm but still be you? So carry on, go on then, Jazz.
So the first one, do I agree with the algorithm?
No, don't go into how you want to. You don't have to go by track of order.
I don't know. I just feel like right now, yeah, social media doesn't feel like it's very social. I feel like it's like there's a lot of attacking, not enough defense.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. What do you think?
Would you say just social media or also like online, like YouTube as well?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, I class YouTube as social media. Is it not?
I don't know. What would you class YouTube as social media?
Yeah. No?
I wouldn't. And it be.
But it's socially interactive. What do you think it is?
I think when you use the word media, it comes from the word medium. Medium is used to push certain agendas. Okay. Yeah. If you know what the word medium means, you use a medium to do something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the first temptation, you know where I'm going. Mm-hmm. A medium was used, which is a serpent. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. So media has a purpose to get certain messages across, or put certain messages in people's mind. Yeah. So that's the first thing you need to understand when you're interacting with social media. That it's actually got a purpose. So, for example, you said about the data, they store data in it. You click on something once, yeah? Say you're struggling with something, can you click on it once? The same thing you clicked on is going to keep popping up in your face.
Even when you say it,
Even when you say
it, will pick it up.
Yeah, it will pick it up. You see what I'm trying to say? So you need to be aware of these things, because the reality of it is I'm coming from a generation where it was the TV that was media alone, and anything they wanted to get into our heads, they sent it through the TV.
Very basic, though, because it only went up to 5 channels.
Exactly.
And also, there was a lot of restrictions back then, i.e. the LGBT community and all that kind of stuff.
So going back to YouTube, maybe YouTube is social media then? After what you said?
It's not social, but it's definitely media.
So there's half of it.
Yeah. You interact with it, you watch things on it.
That's what I'm saying. You like it, you comment, you subscribe. It's a movement. Do you know what I mean?
So what do we think about some of the things out there today? So for instance then, someone like Bouncer then, who's
changing.
Found a lane in this space, yeah, and he's running with it. What's your thoughts on it?
I think anything you go into, before you step into it, you have to have your moral compass, and that should govern the way you step into it, even within the rules of social media. Does that make sense? So it depends on the worldview that he's coming from. If he steps into it and anything goes, he's gonna do anything, because when he looks at his, what's it called, the analytics, or the thing on the video that shows you the statistics of what's going on, whatever he sees is working, that's probably what he's gonna keep working with to push his brand, based on his moral compass. And
So what do you think though? What's your personal view on what he's doing?
I don't watch him a lot, but when I do see him, I see him trying to talk about things from a balanced perspective. And I've seen, the last thing I seen was a bit of an uproar thing when he spoke about the informing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I just think that what he does, he has to know what he's doing. Me personally, I don't really take that in. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, of course.
Like, I take in things that feed my brain.
Yeah.
You know me, bro.
Yeah.
I don't take in things that don't feed my brain.
That's a little bit low vibe.
It's not going to feed my brain. Yeah,
but wouldn't you prefer to have information from that platform than from BBC Three, which is potentially based on like fabrication and one-sided media? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think the beauty of social media now is, as I said, you choose what you take in.
That's true.
Remember, everyone's kind of got their own TV channel now. If I wanted to get up and just start talking about what I want to talk about, I can.
That's true.
Nobody can't stop me. So it's basically like a big library. It's a massive library, and you choose what section of the library you're going to. If I go to the library, bro, I don't go to the fiction section. I think I've passed that stage in my life. When I was younger, I may have gone there for drama. Yo, there's an argument between that man and that man, this man and that man is going through, so you're going to go and look. But now, the age that I'm at, I'm only looking for certain things that will feed my life.
I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
So what do you think about the street culture that's been brought to the internet? So you got roadman arguing and beefing on the internet.
Why? You can go first.
No, you go.
For me, I don't know what it does for people. I'm going to ask myself, okay, I'm a father. So I'm going to say, okay, how is this going to feed my youth? Now, I know you're not supposed to leave your youth on the internet to do their own thing, but my point is I'm always going to ask that question. So when they're bringing that culture into the internet space, I think it's for the purpose of entertainment alone.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I think if you're going to do this thing, you should combine education and entertainment. Edutainment.
Ooh.
You understand what I'm saying? I feel like if you're just stepping in at a certain age, you know what I'm saying? When you're a certain age, if you're young, you do what you want, you say what you want. It's like when you're a young MC, you MC how you feel like. You get older and responsibilities come with that because you got power now. People are listening to you. When you're young, you just say what you want.
Do you think there's an age cap, on the demographic of, those who are on road? Do you think it's just the older generation talking about it, or do you think it's all age groups talking about it?
I think all age groups.
All age groups talking about it.
I think there's no age group limit on it.
Yeah.
You get me? It's just you'll get content from the youth and you get content from the grown-ups. Me personally, I believe that I don't think that the street should be brought into the internet so much like that. I don't think that's just me, obviously, being a man who's definitely been on the streets for real. Like, serious things happen and serious things have taken place, you get me? Certain men are talking about certain things and certain people have lost people and certain things have taken place. Like, it shouldn't be brought to the internet because, you know what it is? Yeah? It can start off as entertainment, but I guarantee you, it's always going to cross the line by words. You guys understand things that people say, because the entertainment, once you start, it's kind of an addiction. You get me? And you can see it working for you, getting the views, so you want more. So you can dig deeper for more stories.
Are you speaking from the perspective of what's being glorified as well?
Yeah, kind of what's being glorified and just what's being put out there, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's not even that it's always glorified. Bro, some of these situations are probably personal situations. Like, I've had man, like, from London, not saying no names, like, message me about their beef, like asking am I dealing with that one because this is shit. I'm thinking, whoa. When I was watching on the screen, I'm thinking that, man, you get me, this is insane. But man, I really... So, I don't... For me personally, I don't like to see it.
But then at the same time, though, where did it all begin? It really started in music. Because it was all infused with the music, and it drill music allowed people to discuss it. And then next minute, it's gone from music to podcast.
You know what? I didn't even think of it like that, you know, but you've got a point there still.
Nah, but music is a reflection of life.
It is.
So, like, forget drill. No disrespect to the drill man, them. But music, any music has always had a street side to it. Every music. Bob Marley was singing about Trench Town. That's his ghetto.
Yeah,
no disrespect, but
I hear you.
You see what I'm saying? So it was always, people are always going to express what they're going to express through music. I don't think you can ever stop that. You can't filter that. The radio does that and it says, it filters certain things that you can't say.
Yeah, that's true.
You see what I'm trying to say? But when it's all said and done, in the media world, you just have to choose what you stand for.
Yeah.
It's just the reality of it. Otherwise, you are going to be perpetuating and glorifying certain things. Because remember, certain people go to certain channels for certain things. This is why I love the reasoning. Because people come here for reasoning. You know, the philosophy of reasoning, like when black people used to sit around the table and having a serious conversation and it gets deep. That's why I love it. Because I like the brand, I like what it represents. Certain channels I'm just not going to go to, bro.
No.
And I feel like that's just what it is. I feel like man know what they're doing as well. And they know who, controversy sounds.
But at the same time, though, it's at the same, because don't get it twisted, you know, I've been drawn into it. Remember, you know, I'm a man, I'll go and sit on the sinners table, everything, like, and be a part of that too. So,
And me.
Remember, so you have to remember, like, I do understand
Yeah.
the algorithm and certain things and when you want to go take it certain places. But then for me now, there has to be some boundaries and some levels where you set, like, it's tricky, but you got to learn how to navigate your way through it, bro. And it comes with experience, you get me? A lot of people want to jump into this space quickly and not understanding what it takes to think. It's just all about getting out there quickly, as fast as you can, you get me, by any means necessary, when really and truly, if you sit back here and take your time and create a proper plan and devise a plan, there's always a route, just like music, there's always a route, you get me, to take, you get me? And nobody's route's the same as anybody else's. You get me? So you can't really follow. You kind of have to see Jasmine is going to be different to how I am with their morals. You're going to be different to how I am with your morals. We're all going to be different. It's not going to be the same. You get me? So I don't think that people should jump into this space, be quick to jump into this space, just for the algorithm purposes. You get me? Just to make it so quick. You get me? Like, find the substance first of what you're doing and then put it into motion.
That's part of the problem where we are today, though. People are not that studious. In other words, studious means you study something before you get into it. Like, if you was to get a job now, you'd have to study the contract and then agree to be in the contract. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But what people are doing now, where we are, because the internet's there, they'll just watch a video with a Heineken and jump and start podcasting. And then do what works and just trial and error. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But what you're saying is key, because if people were more studious before they got into it, they would study the whole podcasting thing, have a good understanding of it, and then when they're stepping in, they will choose a lane that aligns with who they are personally, but they can still give the entertainment and the education and choose wisely, if that makes sense.
You get what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, I think the space, when it comes to that kind of thing, I think the algorithm right now, I think, like, there is a lot of low vibrational stuff on there. And I feel like, see, like, even like content like this, people do it, but it doesn't get looked at enough, you get me? But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, though.
You know what sorry.
No.
You know what it is, I would say as well, though? You know, in the level of, like, what the internet's done to the mental health levels in society, things like that need to be researched too. Because I'm telling you now,
you're right, you know.
Like, it's, you know what it's highlighted? Poor communication.
Yes.
Somebody will put something on their WhatsApp, you know, rather than go and talk to the person they're supposed to talk to, you know.
I know.
We don't even tell people happy birthday no more, you know. You know, happy birthday directly to you. People put it, yo, big up my brethren, I ain't told him happy birthday directly, but I'm putting it on the internet. It's like, I don't understand the logic, but that's where we are. People are not direct with communication no more.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah? People will have someone to talk to and they'll put, yo, I can't take jealous people. Go to the person in your circle who is jealous.
Jealous and talk to them and talk to them.
You see what I'm trying to say? So,
and you know, when you do that too, you're also doing it, you're releasing, you're freeing yourself, bro. you're freeing yourself from the bondage of that situation with
Of
that
that
person,
feeling.
of that feeling.
Yeah.
So you're gonna feel very light after.
So when you don't do it, you're blocking intimacy.
Yes.
The closeness that you would have through communicating with someone
Yes.
and the vulnerability that you might have to explain that you're feeling grief or sorrow or pain.
Yes.
You put it on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So would you say there's more people in society that feel like they can't express themselves? That's why they have or use social media to express themselves?
No, what I would say is people don't know their real friends.
No, they don't. Before that, though, they don't know themselves.
Yeah, they
Well,
don't
yeah.
know themselves.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
don't know themselves first.
If you got something deep to say, think about it. Like I could say it this way: who do you tell your deep things to? People close to you.
Yeah,
You don't put that up on the internet and say, "I felt suicidal today."
true.
Sometimes that can, and this I don't want to sound bad, but sometimes that can come across as attention
seeking.
seeking.
Yeah. But there's
Or
also
a cry for
psychology
help.
to it, though. But the psychology to it, because they were never made Instagram for no reason. It's definitely made for that reason alone, like you're saying, to like block and bridge a gap in between social interaction, because people now won't see friends as friends like in-person friends. They see friends in their friends list and be like, that's my friend. And then you got to G-check yourself and be like, hold on, that is not even my
What do you mean,
friend.
bro? You'll see people, yeah. Say if your name on Instagram was Bad Boy 0121, people will see you on road and say, yo, Bad Boy 012. But that's the game. That's the game now. You get me? That is the game.
I do think it's psychology, though. Whoever made Instagram made it to prevent social interaction. I think the whole social media thing has been made to prevent social interaction.
It's mad though, because you'd think that they made it for the opposite with things like Facebook, innit?
Yeah,
There's friends you
yeah.
haven't seen for years from school.
Yeah.
You see them on Facebook and you're like, no way, there's Gavin
Yeah.
or whatever the
Yeah,
person's
yeah.
name is, and you start talking to them and they're like, how are you?
Yeah.
And you connect again.
Yeah.
That's the Facebook side.
Yeah, yeah.
So you wouldn't think it would block interaction, but it does.
Naturally, though, not like... It's like it's happening over time. I don't think it's happened so quickly.
Yeah, no, what happens is it's built, like you said, it started with Facebook then, for instance. Then we got introduced to Instagram. Then we had Twitter. Then it builds. You get me?
Yeah,
It builds.
yeah. Gets more intense.
TikTok gets more intense. There's more stuff going on there. Next thing you know, you're on a load of apps going crazy all day.
Honestly. Like sometimes I have to check myself because I feel like I'm on social media so like Instagram alone. I have to be like, yo, I've got 12 hours in the day, yeah. 8 of it is daylight, and half of it I spent on my phone. Do you know what I'm saying?
You have to. It's like this, like what we say with words, though. Any algorithm. Rhythm is something that goes round and round and keeps coming back.
Energy.
That's what I'm saying.
Who is this guy?
Rhythm. Think about it.
Oh my God.
Bare musicians in the room. Rhythm. Yeah. We're supposed to ride the rhythm as MCs. The rhythm ain't supposed to. Do you get what I'm trying to? So it's a bit mad because you've got this whole algorithm, and that's what happens. I feel like we could argue that does it develop addictions?
Of course it does. I'm not arguing that case. I don't know if it's scientifically proven yet, but I would argue it for it to be scientifically proven. Let's have a look. Let's do some research on it, and on the next show we'll have a recap in it and see what the statistics say. Because and I do believe the mental health thing as well. I do believe with it, like even in like next 5 to 10 years, we are going to have a group of people who need to be checked out for mental health because of social media. Like we're gonna have a big group of people who lost themselves in this world and they need to be helped.
Yeah, they need to eject themselves back out.
It's already an issue with young
Scary.
people. I worked with young people for 24 years, bro. It's already an issue. Yeah, it's already an issue, man. Definitely. Some of them are so like sensitive that if they don't get like 10 likes or more or 1,000 likes on one of their videos, that's a serious thing for them to take it personal.
No. It's true.
So it's already an issue, I would say, among the young people. Definitely. Like even sometimes if I'm at work and I have to take phones. Yeah. And when you go to take the phone, you ever see the biggest drama in your life is over the phone? Sometimes you don't want to do the lesson because you're taking the phone.
But what is it? Dopamine, though, innit? So it's like it's not a natural dopamine; it's a synthetic dopamine now. So you just naturally gravitate to wanting that dopamine. Whereas back in the day, you used to get dopamine off like, meeting your friends at the chip shop. Do you know what I'm saying? Or your dopamine was like playing a PS2. Do you know what I'm saying? You're like, yes, like natural dopamine.
Playing outside, innit? Literally, like, that was...
Yeah, that was the thing.
That was the highlight.
That was the thing.
Like waiting outside by the window, wait for your friend to knock on the door.
Yeah, like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, what's happened to it, bro? And this is why, things like this, what we're doing here now, I'm speaking about, is important because nobody is speaking about this stuff, bro. Everyone's just getting carried away with what's going on, which is all good. Like I said, I've been a part of it myself. You get me? Even though when I was part of it, even though when put myself a part of it, I always still make sure I put my guidelines and boundaries so
Balance.
it doesn't go too far. But it's, yeah.
I think it's important to have balance and to also influence balance.
So how would you say it can be used positively, the algorithm?
Lots of ways, Like I said, if you're spreading positive messages, I think that's a good thing. I think, I like the financial things as well.
Yeah.
Because really and truly, finances, bro. Everybody has to do with money in life. Everybody has to know about finances. I like them kind of podcasts as well, or not just podcasts, them reels, podcasts, whatever it is, on all media, social media. I like finance stuff. I like godly things. I like there's a few positive things. Even to use the social media to sell merchandise and stuff. I think that's another business.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing. I think a lot of people do well like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of chefs do well like that as well, with their food and that. So that I do think there's a lot of positive ways
To use it.
to use the algorithm, definitely. Also, and while you're doing it positively, to monetize off it greatly while you're being positive. You don't have to always be negative to monetize. You get me?
But that's another discussion. Why do you think, is it a case of what's worked in the past? Or why do you think that when you look at the data, it does kind of show that if you do take a certain road, you are a bit more successful?
When you say
So let's get into that now, bro.
Yeah, so like, why is it, is it the case that the negativity or the podcasts that promote specific conversations about specific topics that are or can be more negative do well?
Yeah, I think there is a reason for that. I think that's above us.
Okay.
I think that's the higher ups. I think that's part of the agenda kind of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? You have to push
a certain narrative.
A certain narrative to make people buy into it. Because, bro, if I'm here and I'm promoting something negative or whatever, and say and this is what's been pushing the algorithm, let me tell you how deep it is. When people are looking at me doing what I'm doing, they're also going to be looking at my clothes I'm wearing, the drink I'm drinking. This is all influence,
Yeah.
So they're going to want to wear these clothes now. They're going to see how my hair is. They're going to see what... No, I swear, it's over time. They won't even know they're doing it. Yeah. You're tuning into me every week, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? You're going to start to want to... It's like I'm a walking billboard.
Advertisement, yeah.
You are, but you've made me think something deeper.
For these brands and all that, who are tied into this thing anyway.
Yeah.
With the people who run the social media things.
Yeah. But negativity seems to be received a lot quicker and faster than positivity. However, I'm not belittling or trying to like sidestep from what it is, because there's still people out there that really want to hear positive affirmations and positive conversations and positive visuals. You know what I'm saying? There is still people out there. And to be honest with you, I'm seeing a lot of people converting from the negative to the positive. Like they've had their fill of having their cup filled with negative. They want positive now. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's quite easy to see because people in the algorithm, sometimes they flip-flop because it's like their conscious wants to, but they're, what's the opposite to your conscious? Like your flesh, I guess.
Yeah.
Wants that. So you can see the pull.
Flesh versus spirit.
Yeah, you can see the pull. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're right that everything you do, and you are a walking advertisement, and Ace and myself, do you know what I'm saying? So I guess it's all depends on how your information is delivered to how it's received.
The thing is as well, though, you can't help but see whatever's the main influence in the people. because when you have certain conversations and you see social media and you see certain things trendy, like one of the conversations I hate that comes up, and it's like males versus females.
You know what? I don't like that either, you know.
And it's pushed in our face.
Yeah.
You can see it, but when you have a conversation with someone now, you have a conversation with a female.
Why don't you like it?
Why don't I like
Tell them.
it? Because you know the way creation goes forward is for a male and a female to come together and be vulnerable with one another, and that's how two people become one, and that's what spreads
And to
seed
produce
among the earth. That's what produces children like me and you among the earth. You get me? So promoting the oneness and coming together would be more in line with creation and the creator, and promoting war. And that gender's better than that gender, and then you see, but why did the men do all that? And you see, and there's certain podcasts that are framed that way. 4 men are sitting over there, 4 women are, and they're kind of going at it, and no one's saying, well, hold on, you know, you're different to me, I'm different to you, but when we're both moving the way we're supposed to move and come together, it can only be great.
Yeah.
It can only perpetuate life. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
But is it because of people's experiences of life, why they discuss it? Because let's think about it, let's broaden it even bigger then, because people discuss it because why? Because they're probably going through drama with their children's mum, and then the government's not letting the father see the child, so then they've already got their feelings attached to the message. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do think that, but I think there's an agenda to actually
Action plan.
go against procreation.
Yeah.
And it's been going on, I would say, for about 10 years.
So really it went from society to, the household to society to social media.
One thing I got to say here in this whole thing. What about if you put God first, though?
That's what I'm trying to say. I think she said it the wrong opposite way round. She said it's come from the house. I'm saying nah. Influence comes from outside. Yeah. The first influences in your life, who are they? Inside your house or outside? Be honest. They're inside. They're your parents.
That's why I said household.
Yeah, so it's like, that's the first influence in your house, but the social media, where does it come from really? Kind of comes from outside. You get a phone, you get whatever you get, a tablet. Yeah. Even when you're a youth, my youth's on Snapchat.
But this what I mean. It went from your household to society.
Yeah, so
to social
we're saying
media.
the same thing then.
Yeah, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? But you're right though. But look now, look at the UK. It's becoming quite godless.
Yeah, no?
Do you know what I'm saying? So
that's what I'm saying. If you put God into the equation before you step into these relationships and before you step into these things,
then you're
gonna have order,
and you pray about these things together.
Yeah, you're gonna have order. Yeah. You're going to realize you can't just do something with no morals and no order. Yeah. As soon as you bring God into the equation, you're going to think, well, what's the right way to do it and what's the wrong way to do it? Right and wrong always comes into it. You can't just think about the Most High and there's no, okay, well, what would the Most High want me to do in this situation? How would he want me to?
He's only going to want one way.
You know what I'm saying?
His way.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's also a big issue too. But remember, I think it's the opposite, innit? When we're going into these things where the two sides are arguing, they've removed God from the equation.
Yes.
So it's just chaos.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So it's just chaos.
The devil's in play.
Yeah, they removed God from the equation.
Yeah, it's chaos. And for those who obviously are getting to know God or on the process or on the journey and they feel like they're struggling to find God, you don't have to struggle. He's everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? And for those who's like, what about, it could be a woman, it could be a man? To be honest with you, I don't know. All I know is that God is God at the end of the day. What do you guys think about that when people say that? Because you went straight to him.
Because we're not talking about what we're talking about here is roles.
Going back to male and female?
Yeah, we're talking about roles.
Do you know what I'm saying?
When we're talking about, the Bible says God is spirit. I'm speaking from that worldview without apology. Yeah. So whoever don't like it, tough. You get me?
No, but go on.
So what I'm saying is, when you basically, your conscience needs to be enlightened. For you to have a relationship with someone, you have to know them. Yeah. You see what I'm trying to say? Now, the Most High is invisible. Yeah. So how do you get to know him? That's why
yourself, innit?
No, that's why every religion's got a structure. How come every religion's got a central figure and every religion's got a book? Because the Most High speaks to us, and people who had close relationships with him recorded their relationship with him. So they record what he's like, they record the things that he does, they record his habits. Do you see what I'm trying to say? That's how you become acquainted with someone, by their habits. Their habits is who they are. Well, what's the Most High's habits? Well, we know he's a creator.
True.
We know he likes to create. We know he's the most high of relationships. That's why he said two people should become one, or when he's talking about marriage. So when we talk about all these issues, you cannot talk about relationships and parenting without bringing in the Most High. And what we see is that they're trying to remove the Most High.
Yeah.
And that's why we're talking about these things now, just from our own perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, just whatever. You know, some people think just letting a child do exactly what they want, when they want, how they want, is good parenting.
Yeah.
Where from a different worldview, that would not be classed as love.
No. Yeah.
If you see a sheep here, there's a psalm that says, the Lord is my shepherd. If you see a sheep is always in a field with boundaries around it. Why? Because if there's no fence, what does the sheep do? Run out into the road and get licked over. So what is the boundaries for? It's to protect the sheep in the field. The boundaries are the 10 Commandments. That's the moral compass that was given to ancient Israel.
But you do know, like, I have 2 nephews and I have 4 nephews and 1 niece. From my brother, the firstborn was Eden, the secondborn was Elijah. Them two grew up. Thank you. Them two grew up with the Bible. Enoch grew up without, and his moral compass is already there without the book. Yeah. How can that be explained? It's almost like it's already in you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Doesn't mean he's not a sinner though.
Of course, but what I'm saying is he already knows what's right from wrong without being told what's right from wrong.
Right from wrong grows.
Yes.
And he can grow apart from it.
No, but what my point is he may have a basic understanding of right and wrong now, but you see, as you get older and older, that grows.
As the influences...
As your conscience is enlightened more and more. You know what it is? The best way for me to explain it, it's a bit like, and this is why I like using covenants and marriage. When you're married, you have to study your wife.
Yeah.
And as you study your wife, you get closer and closer to her.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? Because you're growing in that relationship, and
you're growing in love.
You're growing in love, and that's
Not
what happens.
falling in love.
That's what happens, when you connect with the Most High. Your moral compass actually grows. Yeah. And if you're not a student, it will not grow.
Yeah.
You have to be a student. You have to grow in your understanding of whatever. I'm not going to say that within any religious context, because we can say that in general. You have to continue to grow. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's interesting because when you have a job, you update your training. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like every 6 months.
You might be able to you have to redo first aid training and you have to update it. And I think it's the same in relationships.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
People approach this God thing too haphazard.
Yeah.
They think, I don't have to study. I just get up every day and I know God. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Yes.
You got to stay locked in with him.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
This topic is deep. You know why it's deep? Because the reality of it is, the topic of God is the topic that people think they know the most about without doing any studies.
Yes. And people will recite verses to you. People look at you and tell you, but it says this in the Bible, or it says this in the Quran, or in this. And bro, they've not even read it themselves.
They saw it. They was scrolling with a spliff on a Budweiser, and they saw the text, bro, and they thought, I agree with that. You haven't even read the full context of the thing.
And then that goes back.
And broke it down as well.
But that also goes back to when you were saying how people are just jumping into this YouTube or whatever game or social media without studying.
But we've become less studious.
Yeah.
As a society, I believe that.
So does that mean we've become...
The only thing we study to do, and this is just me speaking in general, you can agree or disagree, is to make money.
Yeah, I agree.
We actually, when it comes to a topic like that, people say, you have to study business, and they go mad. But you see, when you say that about God, I don't need to read that. I don't need to. But if you was going for any job, any role anywhere, you would never say that. That's the only place people say, I don't need to read no book, because we have a problem with reading. But that's the next discussion.
Yeah, we'll speak about that at a different time.
Yeah, we don't like reading.
But it's serious though. And what you said there when you was like, we grow in love, we don't. And that saying that people say, I'm falling in love, that already sounds like where you're falling to.
It's more of an emotion.
Yeah,
you're falling.
You're falling back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Man said falling, you're using the word. That's deep. A man said fall away.
It's a grow.
Yeah,
it's a grow, not falling. You know what I mean?
Like I grow in love with him or her.
It's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? That feels more natural, more...
So when we're talking about this algorithm then, what's starting to take place from what we're saying is...
Break it down.
In our mind is an invisible realm. we expose our mind to certain things. So that means when we're connecting with the algorithm like that, we're connecting that with our invisible realm. Our mind can't concentrate no more because we're used to looking at things for 5 seconds. Scroll past. Scroll past.
So would you say it's more of a comforting place?
Yeah.
To see that and just accept it and just make your mind connect with that.
Definitely.
It's more comforting, isn't it? More
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Complacent.
You know, there's a scripture that I like that says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Yeah. As a man thinketh, you know. Yeah. So what you think about the most, that's what you have the closest relationship with.
Yes.
So what's happening is we're building a relationship with a machine.
What you think about the most, what will be in your heart.
That will be in your heart, exactly.
That's deep, you know.
Exactly.
What gives you the passion, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening in our society. We're getting a deep relationship with the internet, which is why people say their deepest secrets and post them on their WhatsApp.
Which is mad, yeah. I just feel like with the internet, you know, especially right now, and I just feel like it's examples, role models, you know. I don't think there's many for the younger generation at the moment, you know.
There isn't.
But this is the thing, we're not supposed to look there for them anyway.
It's true.
The role models really are the ones that we've been kind of given in our house.
But that's where the younger generation's going now.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we shouldn't be going there for it, that's where they are.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they're into.
Yeah, you're right.
So there needs to be something there. Like I'm saying, even the low vibrational stuff, I'm not saying that it shouldn't exist, because I know it does. Get me, don't get me wrong.
It would exist if we never had social media.
Yeah.
It's just enhanced. It's on steroids.
Yeah. Cause don't get me wrong. When I'm ready, I'll admit I would like to watch a bouncer or something and have a laugh and I one clue. But then I like to get serious.
But then sometimes I have been looking on their profiles lately, and you know they've tried to balance it. You know what I'm saying?
I do find bouncer quite balanced if he's discussing.
And Clue as well. I find Clue quite balanced as well.
Clue put something about you know. Something I'm paraphrasing, but check for your kids in the morning or check for your kids.
No, what he's got a whole new segment here called the morning meds. That's where you sit it.
Oh.
So he wakes up in the morning early and he just sends out a positive message before he gets onto the algorithm stuff in the evening when he gets back from work. You get me? So he's definitely got it balanced.
Now there's some tough podcasts though. There's one by a light-skinned geezer who's always talking about fatherhood and fathers. I know you've seen him. He's got a big beard.
I've seen the clips on Instagram. I've seen the clips.
And what he's talking about is real life, real situations when two parents don't get on and the best ways to go. And what he's talking about will help and bless people in their life. So you have people like my man who's doing that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's a big library. It's there if you want to find it.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's there if you want to find it. I just think you said that you made a good point, and I think more people need to take responsibility when they step into the podcast world. Because if you're going to become an influencer, it's a Spider-Man quote, but with great power comes great responsibility. So if thousands of people start to watch your podcast, you have a duty now. The responsibility is on your shoulders for what you've put out there.
And I feel like anything that's surface level, don't really get too far anymore. There needs to be a little bit more depth to something. Do you know what I'm saying?
I believe that as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, you know, people are hungry, they're thirsty. You know what I'm saying?
People are hungry and people are thirsty.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they need to... Things need to change, I guess, and this is why the reason the podcast is here.
Well, I think we're going to wrap it up there still. Yeah? Algorithms.
Choose wisely.
Yeah? Be careful what you're doing out there, people.
Be careful.
Make sure there's a balance.
Yeah, and be careful what you're connecting your mind to.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Choose wisely.
So this is the Reasoning Podcast. I'm your host, Rasinado. We've got Jasmine, my co-host. Ace One, my co-host. We've got Big C Money, Clarity Media behind the camera.
Mad.
And we are out.
Come on.
Yeah, mad.